Hey Libra, it's your girl Javy. High Priestess. Back at it again with the general tarot reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Leo season 2020. So, I was supposed to do this reading yesterday, but it was too hard, too emotional. There are, a lot of you are just fucking going through it in the trenches. And only to stumble upon a really swift recovery. Like going from one extreme to the other. Extreme grief, extreme sadness, to extreme gratitude, extreme upliftment, excitement. There is like a shift in aesthetic that I feel. Also, there's something with the ears. If anybody is having issue, ooh, and my ear just popped as I did that. If any of you are having issues with your equilibrium, your balance, vertigo, earaches, or like ringing, tinnitus possibly, go check your ears out. Even if you're just like, something maybe, go check it out. Go to the doctor. There's something there. Not for everybody, but some of you who are having issues with those things. But, all right, let's get into it. Libra. Libra right now, your ruling planet, Venus, is in the sign of Gemini, where there are a lot of you who are having really fun, playful, romantic experiences with your partners, and there's like newness, excitement. And then there are some of you who are in a really cerebral place, a place of deep connection, deep communion, really talking in ways that you've never talked before, communicating in ways you've never communicated, new levels of honesty, new levels of transparency coming in your relationships. And also those of you who are single, there's just a newness. Mars is all up in, especially if you're Aries, if you're a Libra, Sun. No, I mean, well, Mars is in, yes, if you're a Libra rising, you have Aries in 7th house. And so, especially for Libra risings, you are experiencing like a healing of deep wounds. Chiron is there, Lilith is there, Mars is there for the rest of the year, and there is a quickening, but also a like lots of roller coasters, back and forth, heavy back and forth energy. Wow, that was a lot, but all I saw was the 5 of Swords, and it didn't come out, but I saw it. There are possibly like maybe shady behavior. Ooh, there it is. Ooh, there it is. I'm gonna let it come out. There may be like some shady behavior, shady thoughts, shady people, relationships that you're experiencing in others and you may be experiencing in yourself. And this is what I meant by a new level of transparency. I think there is like shadiness, evasion, omissions, that you could possibly experiencing things, and it doesn't have to be as deep as like betrayals, but some of you do feel disconnected and in conflict and betrayed and cut off and unseen, and it's something that you need to address, not in a petty, passive aggressive way, but any kind of victory attained through manipulation is not a victory. Temperance. There may be issues with a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, that letting go of the past with a Sagittarius, letting go of old thought beliefs and thought processes with a Sagittarius or someone with heavy Sagittarius placements, a new way, a new path, reaching harmony, reaching for reciprocity, reaching for moderation. Also, cutting out excess. Really, and this has something to do with the aesthetic as well. Like, there is something about, like, changing up your clothes or working with clothes, working with design. I know that's just intuitively coming in, but there is this pouring back into yourself and pouring into your connections that really, and doing it with purpose, because everybody involved has like a very specific path, very specific role, and there's just a very specific destination to get to. And it's not like a short road to get there. Anybody dealing with people that had substance abuse issues, just be careful. I think that person wants sobriety, but they may not quite be there yet. There may be some stumbles and falls, and it's really time for you to lean into your sense of discernment if you want to maintain a connection or relationship with somebody that struggles with alcoholism or substance abuse, or is just maybe cleaning their life up from like a DUI, cleaning their life up from just poor decisions that were made in regard, in the past. There is a recalibration that needs to take place. Also, I feel like, Libra, get in water. Just just get your feet wet. That's like what came in. Like, get your feet wet. Like, dip your toes in. Give it a shot. There's something to forgive. And I was just about to get on the Two of Cups. Look at this with the Two Cups. There is love here to really get sober about, get understanding about, get clarity about, get clear about. There is there are mirrors that you are up against. You are seeing yourself you're seeing yourself in a different way. You're seeing your partner in a different way, and this person, this Sagittarius, possibly a water sign also, or an air sign, someone with heavy water or air placements. But there's love here, and it's real, and it's worth fighting for, and it's worth forgiving for. And there are old parts of yourself, manipulative parts of yourself, shady parts of yourself, just aspects of your character and behavior that you're not proud of, that you need to acknowledge, confront, and be loving towards, as opposed to being harsh on yourself. Seriously. And there is, looks like, so I know Venus goes into Cancer on August 7th. And that's where I feel like this Two of Cups comes in, like, heavy. There is a deepening, an understanding, also a recalibration of home. Something, your home life really gets reconfigured. Maybe getting that's way too much. Maybe getting the home life that you desired. But the one thing that I do see is strength. Leo season. Yes, I just, okay. when Venus goes into Cancer, I think in the ways that you have felt weak, you will feel strong. I think the universe is going to help you to understand that your insecurities and your weaknesses, or what you feel, what makes you feel weak, are also are strengths in other realms. They're put those are there are things that are instilled in you that you were born with, that are there for a reason, though you feel like they do you some kind of disservice. There are aspects of your character that you wish weren't there, that make you feel weak, but no, you're finding strength. And finding the physical energy. I really feel like when Venus goes into Cancer, there will be a lot of because it will be Leo season, there is going to be a surge of physical energy, a surge of the heart, surge of romance, a surge of healing the home. Like, and it's not going to be so much work. And also, some of you have work to do now that could help you in the future. Like, it's like, get it done now, work hard now so you can relax later. But there is a culmination, a coming together, a big push. There's a lot more drive. So it come Leo season, in this Leo season. And there's something about like a coming together, a grouping, a pairing, a delegation of chores, delegation of work, of roles, really understanding your role, who plays what role in your life, and also not giving your relationships all of the power that you have been so far. Like, what are you doing for you? And should a relationship come in, you not falling for the old weaknesses that you did, you not ignoring the red flags, you not putting in more work than the other person, there's just a new level of reciprocity that is available. And right before I started this, my stomach started feeling like I felt kind of like nauseous. And I do feel like pregnancy is something for some of you. And I feel that intuitively. I don't see that necessarily in the cards, but there is love. The Two of Cups that are in the Temperance card, the Two of Cups that came out of it, there's really a decision to, like, are you going to give yourself this new trajectory that you want? Like, when you choose to operate from a place of love, you get blasted into this new place, blasted into this new season where it just doesn't feel like so much fucking work. It doesn't feel like such a burden. Tend to what feels burdensome now, before Leo season, so that you're not bogged down or don't feel the need to be so heavy. But trust and believe that with Venus going into Cancer, there is going to be a heaviness. There is going to be a richer emotional experience, a richer emotional expression. This is interesting, man. I knew he was going to come out. Five of Pentacles. Some of you worried about, another five. There's like, deal with this, whatever these are abandonment issues. If something left you, you feel like something left you too soon, or you just feel abandoned or alone, or in conflict. Next card out is the Eight of Wands. I do feel like there is some of you are worried about financial hardship, but also some of you are worried about being alone and what that looks like, what that feels like. Moving out, living by yourself, not having the comfort of your community, or not having the comfort of your friends or your tribe, not having the comfort of your church, or your coven, or your, your group. It's like if you don't, there is this recurrence. That's what this feels like. It's like if you, before Leo season, okay, where are we at? We got 5 days. Some of you have shady behavior to cut out, manipulative behavior to cut out, shady businesses, or you've won some way, you've received some victory in a way you're not proud of, or you're done something, or you're connected to somebody who's doing something that you're not proud of it. Or you're not speaking your truth and needing to like cut off old beliefs, cut off old versions of yourself that no longer support or serve you, or support you to get you where you want to go. But it's like either you face it now and you tell your whole truth, or nothing but the truth, or so help you God. Because if you don't do it now, come Leo season, it comes back harder. Whatever it is that you need to relinquish or cut off or deal with or get over, do it now. Because the next lesson, like if you don't learn the lesson now, the next round of this lesson is colder and darker and faster. So handle it now. Also, get ahead of your financial situation now. Be frugal. Be saving. Yes. Yes. The Chariot and the 9 of Cups. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups. Yo. Some of you are coming into a deep, a deep spiritual awakening. New levels in your transformation. New levels in love. Transformative love. Soulmate love. Letting old versions of you die so that you can move forward and into something that's solid and sound, structured and solidified. There is so much motion and so much of it, like quickness, like towards the end of Leo season, that 8 of Wands, Chariot, 9 of Cups, it's like you swiftly overcome and like bam, did it my way, thank you, got what I wanted. That's how it feels come the end of Leo season, if you do it now. All right, let's get into it. All right, Libra, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. Please clarify the 5 of Swords, because with that being the first card out, some of you just may be like really feeling at a loss. Feeling very isolated. Maybe some choices that you've made have gotten you in a, like you just lost more than you thought you would have. You reacted as opposed to responding. And it's like, even if you won the argument, or even if you were right, being right didn't feel good. It's like a victory that didn't feel good. It's like you asserted yourself. Yeah, so what? It didn't feel good. It wasn't. Some of you may have just acted in a less desirable manner. Please clarify. 5 of Swords. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And it may not be something that you're ready to talk about. These cards are reticent as fuck. Here we go. I had to just talk shit. Yeah. I feel like you may have been like, there was something that you were empowering yourself on, or you felt like it was empowerment, but you fucked yourself in some way. or you over like acted out of pride, made a proclamation out of pride, or made a proclamation out of anger, cut people off out of pride, or cut people off out of anger, or being dismissive with people out of pride or anger. And it's time for you to effectively communicate. It's time for you to speak up. Some of you may need to make amends. Some of you may to say sorry. I even like saying I'm just stuttering, but look at this red wings. Red wings. I know what some of you nasty motherfuckers are thinking, but no, that's not what I'm talking about. The symbolism and the symmetry between these cards, similarities between these cards are really, really catching my eye right now. And I think that there is forgiveness of anger, of jealousy, envy, forgiveness of acts of the flesh, acts of passion, forgiveness of adultery, forgiveness of cheating, forgiveness of being spoken to improperly, forgiveness for being judgmental. Please clarify the Temperance card. Really seeing yourself, forgiving yourself for your transgressions, forgiving others for their transgressions. There's just a lot of forgiveness. And a deep forgiveness of self that needs to take place here. Some of you people are apologizing out of the woodworks. To clarify, Temperance came the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. Another two. There is a choice here. A choice in humbling yourself. Some of you may need to get humble. Some of you also need to there's like a startup, a business, or a moving away, or travel. But also it's like something you receive something of value, something worth celebrating. It came out that way. Something worth celebrating, a culmination of femininity, of womanhood, collaboration with women. Please clarify the Two of Cups. And with it going from the 2 to the 3 to the 9, it's like, yo, forgiveness, love is the move. Stop being so critical. Stop being so judgmental. Let people figure out their own path. You do you. You worry about you. And the love that you're trying to cultivate. Some of you may be falling for or in love or have very romantic feelings for an Aries. And also I feel like while Mars is in Aries or a Leo, definitely there's somebody with some fire around Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. This came out too. That you need to be open to, be receptive, be giving, but make sure that it's balanced. Make sure that you're just not dumping on this person, or that they're just not dumping on you, that like you're there's reciprocity in the relationship, that please clarify the Strength card, that there's mutuality. Ooh. And as soon as I saw mutuality, there's fulfillment here. Come Leo season, there's a new level of fulfillment. And I keep seeing the Devil card. The Devil card keeps wanting to pop out, but it hasn't yet. So there may be some kind of fulfillment that you may be wanting that's like a secret right now, or like a desire that is a secret, a desire that you want to explore that's a secret, doing shit in secret. Check yourself on any kind of shady behavior. on any kind of fuckboy behavior or immature behavior. But there is happiness, there is fulfillment to be received in Leo season, and it starts with really looking at your weaknesses, really looking at what you're doing with your physical energy, how you're exerting control in your life, your relationship with control, your relationship with the illusion of the levels of control you have in your life. Also, holy shit, the cat at the center of the reading. There is divine fulfillment, eternity, divine connection to the divine through the feline spirit. Looking up, whoo, I just got chills. Looking up to the heavens and the divine feline looking back at you. Going to war for you, going to bat for you, going ahead of you, going before you to pave a way. Some of you may get a cat. I know a person that I love recently lost a cat. For this to be at the center of the reading, and they're a Libra, for this to be at the center of the reading, this is just fulfillment, happiness, joy, completion. That contract has been fulfilled, and there is deep awareness, a passion, love coming in, fulfillment, happiness right under the 9. But you got to step by step it. 8, 9, 10. And it's really important that you don't just, any of you are feeling weak or in pain, you may be really trying to like go through this whole shit in private. You may have been trying to just keep your cards to yourself, keep your emotions to yourself, and not let anything spill over. Please clarify the 5 of Pentacles. But that's only going to maintain misery. It's only going to prolong misery. You really need to get to a point where you're willing to ask for help, where it's just like, yo, I need to talk. I need to reminisce. I need to remember. And I don't, I can't do this by myself. To clarify the 5 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Sun. Some of y'all need to pull back. Some of you, there's an earth sign that you're clinging to, but you need to deal with your abandonment issues. They need to deal with their abandonment issues. There's some of you who are thinking about going back to someone or going back and forth. Some of you, they're in a better situation. They are getting in a place of stability, but clinging to positivity and clinging to the idea of light. So some of you may have some, disappointing conflicts or disappointing truths that come in. Or some of you have, like, what you were scared to face, that darkness and that sadness inside of you, once you actually go towards it and attack it and move in your fear, as opposed to lean into your fear as opposed to running from it, there's stability. There's happiness. Going from the 5 to the 4. A relief of some sort. And joy. Joy comes in the morning is what I hear. And don't we all want to just be like this happy ass baby? Come on now. Woo! But But it's okay to let it's okay to let your world get rocked. Some of you may be losing what felt like a rock, but they are transforming into something else. And there are new relationships being formed that don't look as they seem. But it's time for you to get unstuck. And if you don't choose to get unstuck, the universe is going to unstuck that ass for you. So you can get to a point of nourishment, being emotionally nourished and rested. All right. I love you. Mwah.